We've been talking a lot about getting ready for school for a couple weeks now, but we also need to talk about who's paying for school. And get this, more than 40 million Americans owe more than $1.2 trillion in outstanding student loan debt. Heather Massey with the Better Business Bureau joining us this morning. Heather, it seems like if a scammer's gonna be targeting someone with student loan debt, that's like kicking someone when they're down.
Exactly, and unfortunately student loan debt is so common with graduates and even current students. So these scammers will target them. They'll send an email, a phone call, even a text message, and they'll let them know that they can forgive their debt for a small fee. And it sounds great. You're thinking, okay, I might owe $12,000 of debt, and for this small fee they can just eliminate it and make it go away. What happens is they take this fee and they disappear. So you're left with, you're out even more money than you initially were with your student loans.
Right, well, and as I just told you, my husband and I just got a letter in the mail that said ours could be forgiven.
Yes, and when you hear that word forgiven, that's a red flag.
Okay.
So nothing is just going to go away just because. If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Okay, so what do we need to do when we think that we're getting these legitimate, whatever it may be, text message, email, letter?
Right.
What do we need to look out for?
We need to look out for fees. They aren't going to charge you upfront fees for services. Lenders they have your student loan debt or they might want to consolidate, they're going to charge you a percentage of the fee once it's complete, nothing upfront. So that's always a big red flag. And always know your options. This is something, if you do have a lot of student loan debt, you're having trouble making your payments and you really don't know what to do, contact your lender directly. Once you contact them, you can let them know I'm struggling. They can maybe reduce your monthly payments for a short term or even suspend those payments.
Okay.
And it's going to make a difference if you have a government loan or a public loan, or private loan. So it's really going to depend, lender to lender.
Okay. Now, when it comes to giving somebody your power of attorney, explain that for us.
Well, your power of attorney, that's you're giving your consent. So they can go ahead and negotiate maybe some debt consolidation on your behalf. What you need to watch out for on this is they can actually take control over your debt. So they can enter you into a higher bracket of an interest rate instead of helping you reduce that debt. It's going to take you longer to pay it off and you're going to have a higher interest rate. So you really want to watch out for that, not to give someone power of attorney.
Now, of course, even sometimes when you're having to pay these off your debt month after month, it can, of course, be very difficult, especially depending on how much you're having to pay.
Right.
But when you get that notice in the mail that you need to pay something,
don't ignore it. Exactly, don't ignore it. So if you do get that in the mail and you're kind of putting it off to the side hoping it's going to go away, it is not. So if you do struggle, be sure and contact your lender directly and let them know. And most of the time they're willing to work with you to kind of help you get through your situation, because you have the good faith that you are going to pay your debt. And the average college student graduates with more than $26,000 in debt. And it's not just someone from high school going to college. We have people going back to school now in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. So it really targets everyone.
And I'm betting that's just for undergraduate.
Exactly.
Then once you graduate,
then you hit graduate school and it just compiles again. So like I said, if you are struggling, contact your lender directly and see if they'll negotiate and work with you on some lower payments.
Perfect. And again, look out for the word forgiven.
Forgiven, that is a big red flag.
It's the one word that we wish we could like.
Exactly, but you just
but not
can't.
when it comes to our student loans.
And so research it too. If you have some lenders out there, do your research. Don't just take someone's word they're with a certain company.
Heather, thank you so much. Good reminders, keeping us safe. Appreciate that. If you'd like to be here on Good Day, go ahead and contact us.